So let's start off with efficiencies are equal. So what are the type of questions? 10 men can finish the work in, let's suppose, 20 days. 12 men can finish the work in how many days? Okay, so this type of question is what we are looking at here in this situation. Or let me give you another way. 10 men can finish the work in 30 days. Okay, then 12 men can finish in how many days? See, the only thing is men. The assumption is the efficiencies are equal. What happened? Number of men increased. So within that, you are saying that overall efficiency is increased. So what will happen with the time taken? It will come down. See, we are discussing about efficiency into time is equal to work. Okay, so this product and work remain the same, right? So this is constant. So if you remember the previous discussions that we have done in case of percentage, okay, and when we discussed about some ratio proportion, in the variation section I have discussed about this product constancy rule, or this is indirect proportion, inverse proportion, right? So efficiency is inversely proportional to time taken. So if efficiency is increasing, time taken will come down. So if it is 30 days, now when the number of men increased, it has to be less than 30. And we need to know what is this, right? So there are many methods. One is the easiest one that we have discussed already, the percentage or the product constancy rule. Okay, how will you do that? See here, 10 to 12 increase, 2 increase on top of 10. Okay, so 2 is the absolute change, initial value is 10. So 2 by 10. Okay, how will you write? That is 1 by 5 increase. 1 by 5 increase, we know it will lead to 1 by 6 decrease. What is our rule? 1 by x increase will lead to 1 by x plus 1 decrease on the other. So it will lead to 1 by 6 decrease. Okay, so what is 1 by 6 of 30? That's what we need to look. Okay, so if you divide 30 with 6, you'll get 5. So 5 decrease will be there. That means your answer is 25. Your answer is 25. Okay, this is the best method. Okay, we have alternate method also for the same question. Let me discuss with you another method. This is what you will see in textbooks. Okay, so if you see this kind of question, there is a formula like T1 T2 is equal to M2 M1. Okay, T1 by T2 is equal to M2 by M1. See, basically the equation is like this: T1 M1 is equal to T2 M2. Okay, what is T? Time taken, M number of men. T2 time taken, number of men, and T1 M1 is the work done, and T2 M2 is the work done. Since the work is same, you are equating this. So that's what you have written like this. And in this you have one unknown. What is that? T2 is the unknown, right? So time taken in the second instance is the unknown. So you can get the answer by substituting the values like this. Okay, so what is T1? Initially he take so what is T1? T1 is the initial number of days, that is 30. M1 number of men, that is 10. Okay, so into 10, which is equal to T2, that is what we need, X. Okay, into M2 number of men, that is 12, right? So 30 into 10 divided by 12 is equal to X. That is nothing but 25. You get the answer. Okay, so keep this aside. You will get the formula like this only. So I want this for another discussion, another method. Okay, here also you can substitute and you can get the answer, right? T1 is there, T2 is what you need to find out, right? M2 is there, M1 is there. You'll substitute and you'll get the answer 25. Now, let me come back to this. This is a concept that I need to discuss. Okay, so here basically I need to discuss a new concept, what we call as man days. Okay, so man days. Now what do you mean by man days? It's very simple. Man into days. This is what you mean by man days. Okay, so just multiply the given number of men and into days. So if you need to say a work is completed, a particular amount of man days is required. Okay, so let's see in the given question, 10 men can finish in 30 days. So man days means men into day, multiply, that is 10 into 30. So what is that? 300. So if you have this information, 10 men can finish the work in 30 days. The idea is 300 man days are required to complete the work. Okay, so to complete the given work, what you need? 300 man days are required. Now let me get any questions I can solve with this understanding. Okay, you give me any question, either you can give me number of days and they will ask you how many men is required. Okay, or they will give you number of men and they will ask you how many days it will take. Let me take examples. Okay, see, first case I'm telling you, I give you number of men. Okay, so this is one idea which is given. Now I'm changing number of men. Let's suppose I have 12 men. How many days it take to complete the work? Okay, so the idea is how many man days are required. I understood 300 man days. So when I have 12 men, how many days, how many man days remain the same, 300. So how many days it will take? 300 divided by 12, because man days remain the same. Man days means to complete the work you need this many man days, man into days. Okay, so man, number of men is given 12. So now man days you already know from this given information. So 300 by 12 you will get 25. Okay, now what is the reverse question? The question will be, see, 10 men can finish a work in 30 days and a contractor want to complete this work in 25 days. So how many more men you need to add, or how many men he need to start with? Okay, so what is given? 10 men can finish in 30 days. So you understood man days is 300. So to complete in 25 days, that means 300 by 25, you need how many men? 12 men. Okay, so now like this, see, they can give you the work need to be completed in 30 days. So 300 by 30, you will get, you need 10 men. Or if there are 20 men working, then how many days it will take? So 300 by 20, so 15 men. So this is the idea of man days. So three methods I have discussed for solving this question. One is the traditional method, that the formula will be given T1 by T2. T1 by T2 is equal to M2 by M1. So this formula, this is what you will see in textbooks. Second method is what we have discussed as man days. That is nothing but T1 M1 equal to T2 M2. So basically this is what you applied here to get the formula, but this is not required. That's why I told you formulas are not required. Third method is the best one, that is the product constancy, because that method you can apply across topics if you have good idea about that. Okay, so if one is increasing, the other will have to decrease. Here number of men is increasing, the other will decrease, so use that method. Okay, now the applications of this question will be, you'll get questions like, let's suppose a contractor. Okay, so a contractor, he want to finish a work in 100 days. Okay, he want to finish a work in 100 days. That's a time period which is given. So he started with 50 men. Okay, he started with 50 men and he thought that he can complete the work in 100 days. Okay, so but what happened is, after 50 days, he realized that, see, if you need to complete the work in 100 days, after 50 day or 50th day you should complete 50%, right? Then only in the next 50 days you can complete rest of the 50%. But what happened is, you are able to finish only 40%. So in 50 days you could complete only 40%. So the question can be anything. Now you need to add more men. Then only you can complete in 100 days. But this many men you cannot complete, right? So how many more men you need to complete the work in 100 days? Okay. So what you need to do here? See, 50 men working for 50 days. How many man day? 50 men into 50 day. So 2500 man days. Okay. So 2500 man days is over in 50 day, and you got the information that this is just 40%. This is 40% of the work. So how many man days are required to complete the work? So what is 80%? Twice of it, that is 5000. So 80% is 5000. So 20%, half of this is 40%. 2500 is 40%. So 20% means 1250. So 1250. So 6250 is the original or actual number of man days to complete the work. But he employed 50 men by thinking that 5000 man days would be enough. That's what his assumption, because 100 into 50, 5000. But his assumption was not true. You need 6250 man days. Okay, out of that 2500 completed. What is the balance? Balance is 3750. Now this 3750 you need to complete in how many days? Balance 50 days. So how many men required? So you know this many man days need to be completed with 50 men, so you can get the number of days, or with 50 days you can get the number of men. So 50 days you will get the number of men as 75. So if 75 men are there, you can complete the work in next 50 days. So already you have 50, so how many more men you need to add for the next 50 days? 25 men. This question can be asked in many ways. He started like this to complete this in 100 days, but this is how the work is progressing. So in how many days he can complete? So if that is the case, you add 50, 75, 125. This is the answer. Or if number of men more required after 50 days, the answer is 25 men. Because rest of the 50 days, 75 men have to work. And you have only 50 men with you.